Today's been so crazy. I wasn't really thinking about tonight, but now I'm here and it's like, okay. Yeah, so I'm IOA, guys. Thank you so much. I actually want to, just give a bit of thanks, to the people that put me on. First off, thank you so much, Tanika. Thank you so much. She's been pushing me from the jump. Like when I told you, it didn't start from flow sessions. It actually started from last summer, and there was this one event. I think I even remember the day. It was the 29th of August, and I remember that she saying, "I'm seeing this thing, but I don't know if I'm gonna go." I ended up going, and the event. I'll be real, it kind of flopped a little bit, but not in the sense it flopped. It flopped in the conventional sense, in the sense that not too many people turned up, but the people that were there. We still vibes.
That's all that matters, though.
Yeah.
5 people, 50
Yeah.
people in a room.
5 people. We just came and we did our thing, and it was small, it was cozy, and then from there the relationship just built like guys that I've just seen, I just met, and then in this past year, I kind of gone a little bit everywhere, to be honest, if you know me.
I always get buck.
But yeah, and I've just been writing, and then going up and writing, and sometimes being cool with just sitting back. But I'm guessing this is my time to actually, step forward and see what's happening. Yeah. Also, thank you to I guess my band as well. When I said to my friend 2-3 weeks ago, oh yeah, I'm doing a headline show, would you like to come? She said, oh, I would love to come and play. And I said, oh, serious? Yeah. And then we're just making it happen. Everything you'll see, it's off the fly. But that's what poetry is. It's expressionless, it's formless. So yeah, I'm already getting into the poetry mindset. But yeah, let's get into it. I'm starting my set on my phone because, I'm trying to get out the box of just thinking that, just because you don't need to memorize a piece for it to be good. And there's a lot of stuff that I write down. And, you don't need to memorize a piece for it to be good. And I'm also really indecisive about how I like my pieces to look. So this is more of a work in progress kind of. Are they feeling it? Are they not feeling it? Kind of thing. But I'm sort of feeling it. I haven't changed my mind yet, but yeah. This is level. Every time I write, I wonder what comes first. Is it this verse or a hearse that will unlock my ascension? And see, I've been seeing things lately, and I don't know if it's a trick of the light, or if my hunger for more has taken me off guard more times than I can count. There are lines which should never be crossed. But see, I've seen houses built on fences. It's a rookie error to assume that every issue could be polarized. I'm okay, I say. But see, when she looked into my eyes, she could see my window pane. Some want to break away, but I was happy with breaking even. See, some I see they're in a rush, but they're running in space. Cognitive dissonance that challenges the time continuum. See, I had to leave them behind. Can't wait to get into a better place so I can get into a better place. But until then, it's skincare routines and long walks. wrinkles and aging. Have you ever known that face masks are the things to reveal true colors? They expose the complexity of the hues, man. And see, I screamed in binary because I just want to be a hue, man. See, if your standards fall like dominoes, then they'll never expect you to stand for anything. So don't feel like you can check me if you feel disrespected. Because we're all out here repeating the same lessons. If you judge a book by its leather, then you might miss the message. Don't check me because you think that I am defensive. Judge a book by its leather and you might miss the message. If your standards fall like dominoes, then they'll never expect you to stand alone. But see, I stand up. Shadow fighting demons, expectations, and other issues, see, I don't even own. And as long as they don't see color, my complexion will always be a part of the equation. Existence irrational as I see. Math did a bad job at teaching me that not every logic has an answer. Stress because the situations are often oversimplified. The lesson in pain, it lasts as long as you allow it to be without purpose. So if I'm honest with myself, then no one can give you your purpose. The irony is that no one can give you purpose. You have to find it and make it your own. No one is an island. But see, there's a reason that I stand alone. So who do you think you are? I'm more than the answer to your questions can tell you, I promise. First off, I'm not a phoenix, I'm a person. My feathers were pruned, so I built my wings straight off the level. Don't fly too close to the sun, I was warned. Before the wax melts, and you're bound by the very chains they claim to break off. I was a shooting star, then I was a falling one. See, sky's the limit until you hit their ceiling. Wax melted until all that was left was level. The lesson in pain, it lasts as long as you allow it to be without purpose. I breathe life in dark places. Don't you know there's light in dark places too? So when all I see is the black, just know that I'm grateful. Once all I had, now a reminder of what could be. Because I know everything that exists came from it. You see the darkness, I see all possibilities formed from leather. Thank you, man. Yeah, a little bit about me. My name's Iowa, short for Isle of Atlas. Yeah. I always said that I would explain my name. Do you mind just give me I feel like a pastor. Just give me a little bit of keyboard. Where's the keyboardist? Where's the keyboardist? Yeah, sorry. He's there. Yeah. Alright, cool. So yeah, so my name's Iowa. I'm short for Isle of Atlas. I go by other couple titles, identities, forms, whatever you like to call it, but yeah, here I'm Iowa, short for Isle of Atlas, and the reason why I chose the name is, essentially, I decided to name myself after, actually, no, I can go for the long story, innit? It's not a poem, I promise, yeah. So I initially called myself Atlantis because I used to see myself as, and ironically it still happens today, this metaphor about essentially this place or this person not being found because other people are just looking for him. You have to want to be found as well. So I took that to be a metaphor for myself. Like the city of Atlantis maybe doesn't want to be found, and when it wants to be found, it will suddenly be found. So I personified that and I took on that name. And then I said, you know what, I don't really like Atlantis. That's not where I feel like I'm at right now. And I call myself Atlas. And the reason why for that was because, what was the reason? Sorry, there's a story, right? I don't know if anyone loves Greek mythology. Does anyone love Greek mythology here? Yeah. So you guys know the story of Atlas? Yeah. So the guy who was basically a titan, was on the losing side of the war between the Titans and the Greek gods, and basically Atlas's punishment was to hold up the heavens on his shoulders. So there's apparently in Greek mythology, there's this one guy that's out there standing on a hill or a mountain, like holding up the world on his shoulders. And yeah, I used to take that as a metaphor for myself because I used to see it as a thing of, I think a lot, I overthink a lot, I have overthought a lot, I still do kind of overthink a lot. But I've kind of learned to deal with that a little bit more now. And yeah, one of my friends said something really impactful to me about like almost 4 years ago when I was literally just starting to write poetry. And she told me, she's not here by the way, but she told me not to name myself for where I am, but name myself for what I want to be. Yeah. So I kept the name because I was like, nah, I still like this name. But I'm gonna find another meaning for it. And the meaning that I've now kind of co-signed to it was essentially this guy, this type is out on the mountain, holding up the heavens, not because he has to, but because that's all he knows. And I think when people get to know me, when it comes to even me being poetic, people will just say, I can tell you're a poet. And I'm like, listen, I'm just telling you about how my day was. Like sometimes, that's how it is. Like someone will just tell me like, oh, like, Sean, like you ask me how my day is or like how I'm doing things, and I'll just go on like, I'll go on a philosophical something, and Sean will just be like, nah, man. Like, the answer was yes or no. I'm asking for advice, and you've taken it into a whole sermon, a whole essay, and I'm like, Sean, that's not how it works, But yeah, like I've taken it for an identity because one, it's not something that I turn off or turn. It's not something I turn on. It's not something I turn off. It's something that's ascribed to who I am. And two, I saw it as a symbol of endurance. And then that's where I started to kind of get the whole idea of like, maybe this is an isle, maybe this is a place. And I used to use it as an excuse to self-isolate. But, now I'm here, I'm around. Like, even islands can be in an archipelago, like how Japan is. So, yeah, that's why I slipped in that no one is an island thing in there. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like I'm eating into my set, so I'm going to go into the next one. But yeah, this one's false. Now, she wasn't fragile, but I'm very heavy-handed. Raised by heavy hands, strong spirits, but broken egos. Beat into the ground until I was 10 feet tall. See, no one better than God to take credit for it all. Yes, Paul planted. Yes, Apollos watered, but it was God who ensured the growth. This ain't a cult, bro. So I'm gonna ask my questions. Imagine taking root amongst the stones because sometimes there's no other choice. Even when there were no leaves for weeks, I was mute for 4 years, I didn't speak. See, the apple doesn't fall too far from the father's orange tree. Because to be better, you have to become something unrecognizable to the circumstances you were birthed from. Strong spirits with weak egos will only carry you so far. Because the same ones who plant you will seek every occasion to prune your wings. And you better be willing to give something up. Some days I don't look like what I've been through, and some days I do, but see, a word is enough for the wise, and I've had more than a few. Many were called, but the chosen were few, so don't talk too much if you ain't been the tunnels we've been through. See, if I didn't take the risks when my mom told me not to, I would have never gotten to the places that I have gotten to. I've got to choose between respect or survival. Brain paranoid, broken spirit, a different church screens revival every other day. But see, I was never on dying in it every day. Every day I give pieces of myself more than I can take, and I'm okay with that. Running from what you may become. I'm not always to accept the darker parts of what I became because you can't avoid the gauntlet of disrespect. I never expected this, but I saw it coming. See, that's what we call a cycle. You may not get this yet, but growing up is realizing there's not much of a difference between episodes with Michael Kyle and episodes with Jeremy Kyle. Yeah. I'm sorry about that, guys. I love it too, but oh my god. Damn. Tired and hungry. I'm sick of being tired and I'm hungry. I have to choose, will I eat or will I sleep? It's not the first time I've neglected my needs. For the greatest good, not for the greater good. In this story, the views of one outweigh the needs of the many. Turn 20, begging for pennies when my mind state is priceless. Turn 20. See, I've been begging for pennies when my mind state is priceless. But when you're born poor, you think your head is frozen. That's a poverty mindset. Turn 20, begging for pennies when my mind state is priceless. Or when you're born poor, you think your head is frozen. See, that's a poverty mindset. But sometimes change is the only constant. And you can't be free from chains, you must choose them. Bound by last resorts, rice goes with forks, not spoons. Yeah, man, I don't know about all you rice eaters that eat with spoons. I don't get it. Sorry about that, man. Rice goes with forks, not spoons, because, see, I like to take my time. Even if it's the only currency that I have left. Thank you, guys. So for the next one, how long am I on?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, cool. For the next one, I'm going to do a call and response. I should have started off with it. So when I say I'm not fake, you guys should say, I need refining. So I'm not fake.
I need refining.
I'm not fake.
I need refining.
Alright, that's cool. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, I'm going to do another poem first. Alright, cool. I'm really feeling the keys. So what does it mean to be a king? A game to see who survives long enough to be the fittest. See, I return to the mud huts that I built reputation and integrity from dust, and from a young age I've always done more than what was expected. See, I excelled. Soon to be a weight on my shoulders. Consider the prime selection whilst I'm both electoral and elective, but see, whilst many are called, few are chosen. So I have to be protective of my time. I can't afford to be frozen because the seconds are not on my side. Be mindful of my pretenses. They're there to guard my heart so that I don't appear defenseless. My head constantly spinning, wondering if I'm really meant for this. See, am I really worthy of this calling? See, my days stay numbered as the beads on my chest, and I try to stay humble like the bee. But I bumbled along and I fumbled the bag. But trust me when I say that I am still earning. Delivered from mind games, migraines, and mind chains to evolve, I had to set the right pace from slave ship to spaceship. I had to set myself free. To gain mastery over my experiences so that I don't even see else. See, now I'm learning, but I don't even see else. Ancestors as numbered as the seashells. See, they dreamt about me, I must prevail. Stories were written about me, I must prevail. This price ain't retail. And see, if I ever need a reminder, I take a look in the mirror. Shattered from experience, but I see more than myself in the reflection. I see the ancestors who put the stars back into my eyes. I am royalty.
Yes.
I see my parents who came to this country not so long ago to dig for more than gold and silver. So I learned to dig into books. I placed real value in the lessons I'm told. And that's how I learned that I'm worth far more than the price at which I was sold. Thank you. Alright, cool. One more. I love this one. It was actually, I don't really like to talk about my pieces, but I'm going to talk about this one because it's so close to me, man. When I started writing like almost 4 years ago now, I think I was stuck in a rut. So a lot of people don't know, I'm going to start to reveal myself, like I'm just very transparent as that person. So a lot of people don't know this, but I actually sing, so.
Kept that
one in the back.
No.
Why are you telling us that you sing today?
Because it makes sense to the context of the story.
Why can't you go to the vocals then?
We need them vocals.
We need to go.
Put the book up. Two notes in it. Two notes. I just said it's from my
I haven't got any song. Did it just get really hot in here?
Ain't no sunshine, go on.
Oh man. I actually don't even know that song. Not
That's
the
a
words.
tune. That's a tune.
Nobody, why are you gonna just like that?
Now you know what? I'll sing to this thing, and then I'll go into the poem.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Like, the way you guys are excited, you're actually like you guys are finding out like some of these man, apart from Sean was the only person I knew.
Right.
Yeah, that's why it was surprised. Everyone else almost broke their neck like whiplash or something. But yeah, man, and actually the rest of the well, like the rest of knew before anyone else. But yeah, I used to sing, and I used to songwrite as well. So, but the songs that I was inspired by were like pop songs. So I was like one kid from like 15 wanted to be like, yeah, like look at Martin Garrix. I've got like 2 years left. I've got like 2 years left. I'm gonna blow. And it just never happened because I'm not Martin Garrix. So yeah. But yeah, no, I went to it's what it is, And I went to uni and I did the singing thing for a little bit, and I said, let me try and push the boundaries of writing a little bit. And I think literally at the start of 2019, that's when I started to kind of like say, all right, every week I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna write something. And then I didn't know what I was doing at that moment. That's when I started writing poetry. And then like, what's so funny about this is that I think 1 week I missed because I had writer's block. And I was so frustrated. I said, why is nothing coming up? And then I wrote a poem, like one of my first poems, which was crazy, which I call Checkmate, which is the one that I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna do that one because I don't know. But then I wrote the second poem. I think after a night out, where I didn't really go out. I laid down in my bed and I was just like, who am I, man? Like, who am I in this uni place? I said to myself, I'm not fake, but you guys, I'm not fake, but. Alright, cool. So like I was literally lying down in bed. I will tell you this for real. And I said to myself, I was just thinking, who am I? Because I'm not fake, but and when I told you, that voice screamed out to me. I opened my eyes, I said, I have to write this down. I said, I'm not fake, I need refining. I was like, and that's how I wrote the first stanza of the poem that I'm going to share with you guys now. And I was like, yo, there's something here. And then it went through like 3 different versions before the version I'm presenting you today. And I was like, yo, no, this is cool. And then from there, it was kind of like, I just started writing intermittently, and then, fast forward like 3 or so years, and here I am now, just like writing poetry, just kind of off the bat. This is pretty cool. But yeah, oh my God. Yeah. Alright, I'm waiting for my end now. Send me your location, let's ride the vibration. I don't need nothing else but you. Send me your location, let's ride the vibrations. I don't need nothing else but you. If I would need tonight, I don't need nothing else but you. Send me See, I'm not fake. Damn, you guys are in shock. yeah, I've got like many hidden talents. That's one thing you'll find out about me. I can pull things out of the truck and I'm just like, yeah, I can do this, and it shocks people. I love doing that. But yeah. Alright. Send me. Am I? Send me, but who am I? See, I'm not fake.
Let's keep refining.
See, I'm burying gold while I'm digging for diamonds. I believed so long that I was miming this mind state that I'm in, when really I was buffering over time. See, now fast forward, I'm all buffed up, looking nice, like suited and booted. All I need is my shoe shine. See, I'm out here trying to practice what I preach, and although I can't see it, I know this dream of mine is within reach. The vision. When in unity we find that true clarity, in unison we become more than make-believe. See, this level up got me feeling like Popeye with my beats, can't carrots, but all my brothers refuse to pass out peas, refusing to multiply that value that they hold within. And see, that pure need for self-belief is no easy feat, and I guess that's why those who can't try to teach. Wonder. But who am I really? See, I said I'm not fake, but see, I'm burying gold while I'm digging for diamonds. I believed so long that I was miming this mind state that I'm in, when really I was buffering over time. See, now fast forward, I'm all buffed up, looking nice, like suited and booted. All I need is my shoe shine. See, this level of existence is a reminder that I will someday get mine. If knowledge isn't taxing, know to charge you that mental fine, cause see, time is precious, and I know you're broke, not looking at your wallet, but the value of your mind. See, now what would happen if I took a look inside? Are you afraid of what I might find? A collection of fakery, or rather a collection of rarities. Or see, a collection of fakery. A life cycle of misrepresented imagery. See, that's a library of debauched reality. See, I'm not trying to judge this book by its front cover, but are you living this life that you claim you own for another? That's why I call someone from another page. You see, now you're helping them along without your due wages. And now you'll do reparations, which you'll never see. But I'm living with God in mind, and that's why I know my potential is times infinity. You better send me that red. Send me your location, let's ride the vibrations. I don't need nothing else but you. Send me your location, let's ride the vibrations. I don't need